Good evening, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to the SSCN Teams Championship 2023. We're just about to get underway with the first race, and they're under starters orders, and it's the Knights that have drawn pole for this first heat. It's a series of 7 heats with each team racing in 5 of them, so we'll get cracking and let's see what happens. And it's green. It's Knights away straight away with father and son duo of Kenny and Mel Pruden taking the lead. Melly's gone on the run here, so it looks like Kenny's going to go into block mode. He's getting a bit of a challenge now from 2 of the Wildcats. That's Eddie Collins. He's now moved through to second place. Banging goes the bumper. That was rather a big hit there, and Eddie's in the fence. He's tasted the concrete. And it was 9-1-2 Kenny Pruden who dished it out, so it's still a Knights 1-2. 3-9-1 Davey Rodder up to third, and Davey's absolute specialist at this track, and will no doubt be one of the favourites as the meeting progresses. Still out front, it's the youngest racer in SSCN, that's Melly P, Knights 14. Warthogs 147, Mark Foster's moved through to second with the Pirate in third, in the case of 168 Stuart Price. Ken Pruden's still running block mode and still well up in the points, but he's been rather taken out there. In fact, there's 2 Knights have gone, and Melly P was also taken out in that, so it looks like the leaders have come under a little bit of pressure. Up front now we have 147, that's Mark Foster for the Warthogs. Pirate in second with a Rhino of Ashley Anderson, 492 in third. Places changing all the time. 391 Davey Rodders up to fourth, and now we've got 2 Rhinos in the top 4. That's going to be good scoring for them if they can stay that way. 217 Lee Ferris, the Wildcat, was moving through quite quickly there, and he made up a few places, but as he did, he suddenly found the fence again. Mark Foster still leading from Stuart Price. 391 Davey Rodder is third. Fourth Lee Ferris, 217. Bit of treatment there for one of the Knights as the Warthogs get the bumper in. We're just over halfway now, and there's all action all over the track. Plenty of tactical racing going on as drivers are in communication with each other most of the time, so they've a pretty good idea who's leading and who isn't, as we're now with Mark Foster as he's going through the back markers, and he's going to get under a little bit of pressure here. He's under one of the Wildcats, and he's I think he's made the break, but he could be in range for a lunge here, and we'll see if he can avoid it. He sort of avoids it. In fact, he rides that really well as the Wildcat takes the hit in, but Mark bounces down the outside. In comes another Wildcat hit, and it's another miss. Davey Rodder 391's now through to second place for the Rhinos. And he's trying to move out one of the Night blockers. And there's carnage all over the place, and the Brisker F1 lads certainly aren't having things their own way in this one at the moment. Seem to be getting a little bit of treatment. Still running with 1 in the top 5 though, which isn't too bad. Pirates going well with 2 in the top 6. So it's the Warthogs still out front. Following races they go through, it's action on every corner, so it's really hard to know where to watch. And then goes a big hit there from one of the Rhinos, but the Wildcat rode that out really well there. That was Joe Nichols under pressure, and he took evasive action. While all this is going on, we're into the final lap, and it's still 147 Mark Foster out front, but he's getting blocked off really badly now. He's just shook the Wildcat off, but whether it's going to be enough, the Wildcat will probably come in with a big hit on the last bend. Hit goes in, he's rode it out. Now whether he can get around the corner without getting some attention from the Rhino. And he's done it. It's a win for the Warthogs. 147 Mark Foster first over the line. Looks like David Rodder got home second for the Rhinos. Pirate third. In fact, no, it changed at the last bend, and it was 217 Lee Ferris for the Wildcats as Nick third as they crossed the line. We'll just wait for all the cars to come home, and then we'll go through the official results.